Starting the stream. Hello, hello. What is up, everybody? I'm a little bit nervous and scatterbrained because it's been a long time since I've been streaming. I just checked it. Last anything was March 13th, bro. Where have I been, bro? It's been too long, bro. But first things first, very huge thank you to anerd113 for the resub. And just now, just a second, Drone5 for the resub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know you guys are my friends, but I still appreciate it very much. Means a lot to me. You guys are the examples. You got to listen to those two. They throw me money and it works, right? That's how it works. I don't have any plans for today. It's just been a long time. I miss you guys. It's been quite a minute, and I graduated, so I guess I have to do things now, right? Right? Holy moly, Toast subscribed. Let's go. Thank you so much, Toast. Just so you know, I will never stream again. So, you're just throwing me money. It's going nowhere. I'm deleting my channel actually, so scammer get scammed. Okay. Toast is like, what? No. I had 8 people on Twitch. I got 13 on YouTube. I didn't think anybody was gonna show up. It's a little short notice, so I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. These fireflies are actually distracting me. I'm gonna scooch down and not get blown up by a creeper. And I'm gonna turn down the Spotify. Yeah. I'm a little nervous. It's been a long time. I don't know how to stream anymore. I don't know how to do things. Rigged. I don't have plans for today, but I was thinking maybe I can do a little bit more terraforming because last time we were here, which was eons ago, I left this big ol' hole down here. I left some stone here. We should clean this up and actually make this side of the mountain look pretty. Definitely need some torches everywhere. What do you think? We're still playing on 1.21.8 because the mod that I used to make myself look like a ghast has not updated. They're working on updating it, and I tested today, and there was this weird issue where my head was in my head. Does that even make sense? Of course it doesn't make sense, but my head was inside my head. I'm in my own head. So, that was an issue. That was a big issue. I was actually considering playing in just third person the entire time, but that would have been annoying. What's up, Caleb? What's up, Caleb? But yeah, I'm surprised that Brian has not yelled at me yet for having subscriber-only chat. I'm very subscribed. Oh yes, the BG head is made of BG head. Yes, the floor is made out of floor. I'm here to say hi, congratulations on graduating because it's 1:35 in the morning. I am so sorry. I will fix the time zones. We will all have the same time zone. I'm working on it. BG, how could you? There's Brian. Look, so I had to because I realized it's potential. It's potential. No. So when I was managing this other stream, Audio Spock, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Thank you for the graduation wishes. I was managing this other channel's live stream, and it was pretty popular stream, and there was too many people chatting, and as soon as I clicked subscriber only, it like cut the activity in half. I'm like, okay, good. Thank you. So I realized, maybe I should set this just in case I get trolls, because you never know. Holy moly, sheep! You do not understand how close you got to the end. You do not understand, buddy. Buddy, you have no idea. Buddy, you have no idea. Anyways, yeah, if I run around and do nothing at all, that's actually part of the plan, because I just kind of want to talk. It's been a long time. I think this would be a good opportunity to talk about some college stories, because I actually haven't done much of that, I think. Maybe during the bridge. But now that I'm free, I can talk about all the stuff that I wasn't supposed to talk about. Like, I don't know how many of you have been to college, let alone online college, but there was a few exams where they're like, you cannot talk about this after. I'm like, why? Why? I just want to rant about it a little. Why can't I talk about it? Is this my single player world? This is a little world I made just for streaming. There's literally nothing else here but this house. Yeah, this is not the One of Us SMP. I was considering doing like every 30 minutes or every hour I swap to something, but I didn't know how much energy I was going to have today, and to be quite honest with you, I don't know how long I'm going to stream. I didn't think I was going to have more than 10 people show up. This is amazing. This is amazing. BG is officially old now, having a degree. It's true. So, have you seen? That's what I wanted. This is one of the things I wanted to talk about. Hey, I'm remembering things. So, have you seen that meme where it was before engineering degree, after engineering degree, before computer science degree, after computer science? Have you seen those memes where it's like some young dude, young kid, like baby face, after they've got long greasy hair and like a beard, in full on beard and mustache? That's how I feel right now, because I've been growing out my beard on purpose, and it's like the second longest it's been in my life, and it's kind of gross, but I wanted to do it. It's for the meme. It's all for the memes, right? Anyways, so I've got that going for me right now. Look it up. I dare you. Look it up right now. It's a thing. It's an actual thing. What? Why are you face palming, drone? Why are you face palming? Calm down. It's just the gag. It's just for the memes. Let's actually get a lay of the land before I start storytelling and forget I'm doing anything today. So this area, I did think I was gonna shave this off. I did connect it successfully over here, but this part's a little bit yo, John, thank you for being a channel member. Welcome. You are one of us. Let's get the bell out. I should do that, huh? We should do the one of us bell. One of us. And it's playing Cyber's World. One of us. Welcome. Maybe I should open up a Minecraft server. That's what I should do. Yeah, this definitely needs to be cleaned up. I'm not sure if I should just chop this off altogether. It looks like I kind of have to, because it's flatter down here. This would probably match up if I just remove this section. It doesn't help that the fact that my mountain here has this gigantic ravine. I'm not sure if I should like integrate this. Maybe I should. Maybe I should integrate it into the to the build or whatever I'm doing. Like put a nice bridge or something. But it's the whole middle. It's the whole middle of this whole place. Cause I don't know. I was thinking about doing some sort of like pretty city over here, but I don't know, man. This, I'm going to definitely fill this part up. This is what I'm going to do. Problem is, I need to take some of the mountain down in order to have enough dirt to start filling in gaps. You know what I mean? Also, I'm ignoring chat. If there's only one person trolling gas at any point in time, either me or drone have gone missing in some way. It's true, though. It's gonna be BGSMP. See, I want to do a BGSMP, but I have to think about the logistics. The logistics. Do I gatekeep it to channel members only? I think that's a good idea. You want to play on Minecraft? Throw all the dollars my way. All the dollars. All the dinero. Gatekeeping the heck out of it. Let's see. So, let's just start off with one of my favorite college stories that still bothers me to this day. Still bothers me. So, my entire college career has been online because I started, I was one of those senior kids in the middle of COVID that going into college, I was already doing online school. So, for convenience with my family and myself, I just stuck with online college because I actually didn't have a problem with online school. I know a lot of people struggled with online school anyways, but I was just not one of those people. I'm like, I don't have to talk to anybody. I don't have to wake up in the morning. bro, this is perfect. This is my speed, right? So this entire college career, I got my entire bachelor's degree doing online school. And honestly, it's came in clutch. Just doing everything online, for me at least. But, you know, I still had to do my prerequisites and all that stuff. One of my English classes was kind of finicky. Let me see. So they wanted us to do this essay on, what was it in particular? I don't know. It was like, you need to find a problem within your community, and you need to draft this essay as if you are trying to contact the person that can fix this issue. And I'm like, bro, who would you contact other than like the mayor of the town, right? So I had to figure out what issue I had in my community, and I'm like, I don't go outside. Ooh, I didn't even know I had a community, bro. What? And to be fair, at this point, I think I lived in this town for like 3 years at this point. I think actually like 3 years. Man, time. So I decided to go with an issue that just bothers me personally, which was probably not the best way to... What do you mean you didn't drop out of college for this? Man, I thought I had that joke locked in the chamber and I just didn't. So I landed on an issue that I have a problem with, which is the fact that it is extremely annoying to drive around in my town. And so I had to look up the actual name of this issue, and it's called urban design, where the town just starts building without a plan, and it's a capitalistic issue because it's like, hey, I bought this land, I'm building this here, and no one could do anything about it because they're like, okay, fine, you had the land first. Instead of like, okay, we should put this here and then this because it makes sense and it will work. Nope, they just start building and building. And my town's pretty old, but ever since we moved out here, they've been doing nothing but more construction. Like, they're always fixing the roads, they're always working on some plot of land, right? Holy moly. I'm getting a phone call. I'm gonna deny that. I don't know who that is. So it's just an issue, right? And in my town in particular, it's just, I don't know. I complain to complain. That was the issue that I was talking about in my essay. So that's what I was talking about. Poor urban planning, right? That was the whole point of the essay. And this is so I spent longer than I needed to on this essay because I was trying to go all out. It was still like my first year or two of college, and I was like locked in, dedicated. You know, I was an A and B student in high school, but now I'm going to be a straight A student in college. It's I burnt myself out really quickly, long story short. But during that time, I'm like, this is going to be the best essay I've ever written. I turn in the draft, and my teacher left a comment on it, like graded it, left a comment, and I got like participation points basically because it was a draft. And the comment was like, so what you're saying, BG, is that due to the amount of cars on the road, it's increasing the temperature in the summertime in your state? That's a weird issue to land on. And I'm like, bro, you didn't even look at the title of my essay, bro. And ever since then, I've had a huge, I think about it all the time. I've had a huge issue with my instructors, because that's when I realized, oh, they don't actually like look at things because it's online, and they just coast on their job. And it became so much more apparent during that time. Because every other class, when I'm like, hey, I need help with this, I shoot an email, take them like a week to respond. And they're like, oh, I would have helped, but it's too late now. Sorry. Okay, bye. And I'm like, bro, they didn't even, my instructor didn't even read didn't even read my essay, and am still salty about it because it's like, okay, look, maybe it wasn't like an issue that they were expecting. Sure, whatever. I did pick like a really weird niche issue, but are they not expecting that? Are they literally not like expecting something interesting like that? You know, were they just gonna, I don't know. So yeah, I even tested it myself. I was keyword searching in my essay. I'm like, did I mention summer once in this essay? No. Did I mention like exhaust fumes or, you know, words like that in my essay? No, I didn't. Awesome. You didn't even like read anything, not even the title of my essay. I was like actually so mad. I remember telling my parents about it. I'm like, they didn't read my essay. And they're like, okay, calm down. They didn't even like, they're like, look, don't worry about it. And I'm like, I am worrying about it, because what does this mean for the rest of the course? What does this mean for the rest of anything? You didn't even, you're the teacher, you didn't read my essay, and you're responsible for my transcript. No. So that was a time. That's my favorite story, and I was hoping this story would unlock some more interesting stories. But now I have to actually use my brain power and think about it. How is bro a teacher? That's what I want to know. I think I saw a chart the other day that had there's a chart ranging from like how much you get paid. So x-axis was the money, little to a lot of money, and the y-axis was how much you enjoy your job. And teachers were like the college instructors were like get paid a lot, enjoy their job a lot, or something, or whatever it was, and they were like, basically they make money doing nothing because they don't do much. There's like no stress in their job. That's what it was. No stress, not enjoy their job. It was like no stress in their job and make a lot of money. I'm like, bro, oh, that makes sense. That makes so much sense, actually. Now they mention it like that. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense, actually. By the way, I can see that. It seriously sounds like they used an AI summary for that, man. I think this was right before AI. Like, not even kidding. I think this was 2021. And I know, like, there were AI models around that time, but I think OpenAI was 2023, like ChatGPT, right? Am I right? Who's got the timeline? Who's going to fact check me? But I'm guessing they didn't do the teacher exams to become college teachers. Yeah, they cheated on their teacher exam to be a teacher. Yeah. Well, this does remind me of another story. That instructor's thought process reminds me of those whack math problems. Literally no thought behind the comment. Yeah, they just type to type. So here's another thing that happened. So this was more recent. This was I think January 20. Yeah, this was January 2024 or 2025. I don't remember. Whenever I built my new computer that I'm streaming on now. So I've been waiting on the PC parts for this computer. Like, I ordered them back in, I think, October or something. And I was just waiting on them. And I had all the parts except my GPU, which I was waiting for it to deliver. It said to be in, like, January. I'm like, no, please. I need a PC for school. And I had my old PC, but I wanted the better PC, right? I'm trying to remember how the story went exactly, but anyways, the biggest bottleneck I had, school was coming up soon. I wanted my new PC because I wanted to start streaming, and I wanted to start. I needed a new PC because video editing as well. I wanted a stronger one to render videos like butter. And so the GPU actually came right before school started again or whatever. And I like raced to build this thing. It actually took me 2 days because turns out the fan that I bought for my computer just sticks out like crazy. So I couldn't put it in, I couldn't fit the computer in my case. I'm like, oh no. So I had to take my existing older computer and I had to swap the cases. So my older parts went into the brand new PC case I just bought. And then my newer parts went into the old PC case that I had, because it's a gigantic PC case. It's really ugly, but it works, I guess. So I had just built this new computer. It has Windows 11 on it, and it's my first time using Windows 11. And so what my school does is sometimes some of the courses, when it's a big test that they don't want you to cheat on, you have to do this this one program. It's two different programs now, but it was this one program that they used to do, and then it's this other program that they wanted you to do. And how it works is it locks down your entire computer. So you can't like open Chrome, you can't tab out or whatever. And then it monitors your network. It monitors like if you're searching things up or whatever. It's so over the top, ridiculous. I think they actually got sued for like invasion of privacy or something. Actually, not even kidding. So that's what I had to use. And every time you used it, you also had to like take a picture of your face, take a picture of your ID, and then do a 360 room scan. So I had to plug in this little stupid webcam and then grab it and rotate it around 360 and look under my desk to make sure there's nothing under there and all this stuff. And then it's a weird webcam, so I had to set it down again and make sure it wouldn't like fall off my monitor or whatever. So, because it has to record your face the entire time while you're doing this test. It was kind of ridiculous, right? So, and this process takes it can take like 15 minutes, because sometimes it's like, oh, we didn't pick up what you said. Can you repeat it? And it's like, bro. So I was already like scrambling to meet the deadline for this test, because the exams close at like midnight. And then for whatever reason, not that I procrastinate on things, but I tend to do things at the last minute. Because for whatever reason, my brain just works better that way. I don't understand. Don't do that, but that's how my brain works. And so there's only like 2 hours allotted for the test because it shuts down at midnight, right? And I'm starting it like at right before 10, right? That's how bad I am. And so I went through this whole process on the new computer. This is important to the story. I did this whole process on the new computer, and it accepts that I went through all the steps and all that stuff. And then the millisecond that the test opens up on my screen, it like locks me out. Holy moly. It locks me out and it goes, oh, we detected a virtual machine on your system. Your test is being flagged as cheating and you failed. Goodbye. And I'm like, bro, what? Like, and for whatever reason, I guess when you start up a new installation of Windows 11, there's a virtual machine on by default, I guess. What's up, Bewitched? Welcome to the stream. I think you're the first name I just saw in chat that wasn't blue. That's how you popped up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So the program didn't tell me earlier on that it suspected I had a virtual machine. I had to go through the entire system to prove that I'm not cheating, and then as soon as the test starts, it's like, oh, you have a virtual machine, denied. So I had to like email my instructor. I'm like, please, I didn't know. I just built this PC. I just built it. It's day 2 of me using it. I didn't know there's a virtual machine. And he goes, okay, try it again. I opened it up for you. I thought I disabled the virtual machine, went through all the steps again, and it did the same exact thing. And I'm like, oh my God. So I sat there for like 3 hours watching all these videos. You love the shaders? I do too. These are actually my older ones because I meant to switch these over. Watch this one. Boom. I actually don't like how orange these sunsets are, but this is the newer ones that I have been using. But this was my OG one that I tweaked all the settings for. I do really like the sky, yeah. A little dose of emeralds for your storytelling. Hate to break it to you, that footage was sold to data brokers and is probably used to train AIs. Oh, I know. Everything, every data leak has happened, will happen, has happened, including all the school stuff. Which reminds me, Canvas was actually leaked the other day, and that's been a whole issue. I was almost out of the woods for that one, but I was still affected by that. I'll tell that story soon. But yeah, I spent like 3 hours following hundreds of tutorials, and I still didn't get the virtual machine turned off. So I had to use the old computer that I just shoved in the new PC case. I'd use my old computer and get that going. So that was that story. That was terrible. My heart literally sank. I went, ugh! Dude, no, I just failed. I literally just failed. Because those tests were like a big deal with the proctor stuff and everything. So it was kind of a big deal. You know, you don't want to fail a class. So, but I have failed a few classes, which is probably the next course I should talk about. What class was it? I failed. I think it was 2. Yes, it was. I failed one of my math classes, and I failed my physics class. So, I actually really like math. I feel like me just saying that I failed a math class and a physics class. I feel like some of you were like, "Oh, I'm not as bad." No, I love math. I love math. If you don't like math, that's your problem. I really love math. So it's like, it hurt really hard. Does that even make sense? It hurt more that I failed a math class because I do really enjoy math, but I failed the math class because I was taking it during the summertime at this point. And online, how it worked is it'd be the same amount of material that you had to cover, but in a shorter amount of time. So it was like I'm gonna call it like what's it called? An extended, not extended. What's the right word, chat? What's that word? What's the word? Accelerated, right? Yeah. What's up, Triple Whopper? What's up, Tetra Bomb? How are you guys? Welcome to the stream. I'm just telling a story about how I just failed a college math class. Like, I think it was like my first or second year. But yeah, I failed it because it was basically accelerated. It was the same amount of material in half the amount of time to do the course. And for whatever reason, they decided to make this the most annoying class they could have possibly made it. There were over 300 topics I had to master. I think it was Pearson. I think that was the website. I think it was Pearson. And to master a topic, it would like run through and teach you what you need to do to solve the problem. And then it'll present you with an amount of problems it deems you need to complete in order to to master the topic, right? So for example, if it was some sort of let's say integrals, right? You had to learn integrals because it was all brief calculus stuff. Let's say you had to master the topic of integrals. It would teach you how to do it, and then it would give you like 15 problems that you needed to complete. And if you completed those 15 problems, congrats, you mastered the integrals topic. Moving on, right? So that was that. But let's say you incorrectly answered one of those topics. Well, now you have to do 3 more problems until you get that specific problem correct. So it'd give you 3 more problems of that, like of the same version of that one problem. What's up, Cool Dragon? Welcome to the Twitch stream. Thank you for tuning in. But that's how that worked. It was awful. I hated it so bad because I'm like, I'm not dumb. I just made a formatting mistake or whatever it was, right? It was terrible. I hated it so much. And there was 300 topics to get through in like 4 weeks. I'm like, no. And that made me not want to do summer classes ever again. So I skipped out on doing summer classes for a good portion of school. But yeah, that was bad. That was really bad. I'm gonna make a new shovel. I'm gonna make a new shovel because I'm gonna start flattening out this area now. And I should start thinking about what to do with that area over there. So yeah, that was terrible. I ended up failing that, and then I had to retake the course in a non-summer setting. And oh, lo and behold, I was able to pass that class, bro. Come on. Come on. It was one of those things where you were assigned, like, maybe it was 6 weeks because you had to do 50 topics a week or whatever, in order to complete the course. And you might be thinking like, oh, okay. The beginning stuff will be easy, so I'm just gonna do 100 topics this week so I don't have to do 50 next week. Nope, wrong. That's not how it works. You still have to do 50 the next week. So there was no point in getting caught up in that class other than you just wanted to get it done early, I guess. I don't know, but there was no way to like give yourself breathing time to do this. That's the point. So it was terrible, bad experience. I didn't like it. Then my physics class, I ended up failing. So I took, we're going to call it Physics 1. Yo, Pop, you don't have to send me bits. I know your situation. You're good. But thank you. I appreciate it. Actually, no, I take that back. Just send me your entire paycheck. I think that will actually help me out a lot. I think if everybody started just, oh no, my wallet went to BabyGhast. Oops. I think that'd be pretty cool, actually. Not gonna lie. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have the power to do that yet. I do not have the power to summon wallets yet. But anyways, what was I gonna say? My physics class. So basically, Physics 1 was like the general stuff. You know, an object at rest stays at rest kind of deal. It was the general stuff. You learn a little bit of like the mechanical stuff, but it wasn't anything like crazy. It was just the basic stuff. It was like a lot of everything, basically. Physics 1, okay? Which makes sense. Sure. I already learned all this stuff, but okay, I'll do it again. Whatever. Physics 2 was the class I failed. And it was nothing but electrical charges and magnetic fields. And then the last week was like optics for whatever reason. I'm like, dude, no! I was suffering. I was suffering hard. What's up, Nightmare? Welcome to the stream. How are you? I'm talking about how I failed my physics class in college. Ha, as if I had a paycheck. I know. I know. What's up, Radar? Welcome to the stream. It's been a while, Radar. Yeah, long time no see. It's been a long time, Radar. Man, it's been a long time. So yeah, safe to say, I don't know why I have to learn about charges and magnetic, well, I guess magnetic fields, sure, but like charges, like running through a magnetic field and trying to determine like the velocity of that stuff. I don't know why I had to learn all that if I'm pursuing an astrophysics degree. I don't know, man. Like not too long into college, I realized, oh my gosh, this is a huge waste of time. Why do I have to take an elective course? Just let me learn the space stuff because I want to do the space stuff. I just want to learn space stuff, man. So, but safe to say, physics 2. And it was terrible because, like, I would study so hard for that class. Take the test. And those were the proctored tests, too. So I had to do the room scan for every single one of those. And every single time, I would score a 9 out of... what was it? 9 out of 16, I think it was, which percentage wise was the highest D you could earn. So I was getting straight D's in that class, and I was like, no, because there wasn't even like assignments for that class. It was just the tests. Like there might have been a few other like assignments to like get a little bit of points, but that class was like 80% exams, and that's all the grading was. And that was a bigger reason why I failed that class. It was because of nothing but the exams, and I got straight D's on all those exams. I'm like, no, it's just round it, please. It's almost a C. Every single one. I think it was 9 out of 15, not 9 out of 16. Do my eyes deceive me? BabyGhast is streaming. What's up, Key Cake Plays? How are you? Long time no see to everybody. But holy moly. Long time no see to you as well. Yeah, that course, terrible. I failed it. And I was like actually so devastated because I worked so hard in that one too. I'm like, I'm literally doing physics for my degree and I failed this one. No, it was so bad. It was so bad. Then and that was a big issue for my college career anyways, because that course was like the final prerequisite I needed to start doing like upper division classes for my degree, right? I needed to pass that to do a lot more stuff. So because I didn't pass it, I had to basically fill my schedule with a ton of electives just to keep like quote unquote making progress. But I was a little bit stagnant right there. I just realized I need more chests for all this. Do I really need all this flower stuff? Do I really need all these flowers? I'm gonna have so many of these flowers. You had to fill your schedule with electives to keep your GI bill. Had to be full time and had to have my rent paid. I know, it's terrible. I'm now here on Twitch. Actually, I need you guys to do me a favor and test. Which one's faster? Is Twitch still faster or is YouTube faster? Also, has there been any issues with the stream? It's been so long, I don't even know. But I had to change up my whole OBS stuff in order to use a stream key for YouTube that is supposedly 30 FPS and faster. So I need to make sure, because I know a lot of people complained that my YouTube streams were slow. And I'm like, that's just YouTube, man. No, it turns out I could have fixed that a little bit at least. So looks good, boss. Okay, thank you. The real and true Susan, thank you. Twitch is still faster. There's a huge delay between Twitch and YouTube. Oh my gosh, there's still a delay. There is still a delay. When channel point redeems, I know. I need to think of some clever ones. I don't want to like copy everybody else. Everybody else does the drink water stuff and it's awesome, but I want like a clever way to do that, not just to redeem the channel point kind of deal. I'm trying to think of clever ones because I'm still working on how streams are going to look in the future because I have a whole content plan that I'm still working on. There's so much I do, there's so much I think about, and then nothing gets done because there's so much I think about. It's a curse. That's just how it be. Do some Technoblade sounds. That would be cool, but it also might be annoying. Not annoying, but like interruptive annoying, right? Snip a lock of hair off. Yes. Oh, wow. User redeemed 10,000 channel points, which means I get to send them a lock of my hair. Let's go. Oh my gosh. That would be so funny. But yeah, so I got stuck in college a little bit because I failed that class. And that class I could only take during like the fall or something stupid. So like I couldn't just retake it in the spring. It was like, nope, this class is only available in the fall. I'm like, dude, it's an online course. There is zero reason why this is only in the fall. There's no reason. There's absolutely no reason why it should be like that, but whatever. So I had to do like another semester of just like elective stuff and wait. And then, you know, I skipped summer at that point. So I wasn't doing anything in the summer. And then I had to lock in to retake the course because I had to retake it in order to continue making progress, right? And I fought hard that time to study. And I still kept getting the same grades on the exams. I'm not even kidding. It was like a 9 out of 15, 9 out of 15, 9 out of 15. I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I had like a slightly higher grade this time, but it was still like getting, like it was a high grade because of the assignments, but as I would take the exams, it would start to drop and then drop and then drop. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Holy moly, a 5-stream streak. GG, Pop. What's the stream streak for Nerd and Drone? I'm actually curious. Is that bugged out for you guys? Oh, you just reminded me you have an exam on Monday. I'm sorry. Good luck with that. GG's. You have to go. Bye, everyone. Have a good day. Adios, Brian. Take care. I'm so glad you could join me today. So yeah, I was locking in, and then I kid you not, my grade was a 69 point something, which is still a D when I finished that course. I'm like, I just failed it twice. I just failed the same class twice. And for whatever reason, my instructor didn't even like round the grade up. For whatever reason, my instructor just let me pass. And I'm like, thank you. Oh my gosh. It like, I just got the credit for it. I just got the credit and I continued. I'm like, oh my gosh. And that course, no, what was the grade? I don't even remember what the grade, but that course was like bad on purpose. And the grade curve was weird too. So like if you got a C in the course, that was basically like an A or something. It was like extremely curved. It was so weird. I don't know. I still get nightmares about that course because it was so bad. It was so bad. So I made it out somehow. I made it out. We did it. I don't know how. It shouldn't have happened, but I passed it the second time. Because if I failed that time, I was actually gonna like lose my mind. Let's see. I don't really know what to do with this because I should just like kind of continue to taper it down, but I don't know. I don't know what to do about this. I think it's kind of funny that there's just a tree growing on this like this little bump here, but I don't know what to do about that. I don't remember what I was gonna do with this. I think I was gonna have a waterfall. I think I was gonna put a waterfall here and then have like a little thing going on. I don't remember. You had to take Algebra 2 3 times. It's okay, BG. Oh my gosh. What course was this? It was, I'm calling it Physics 2. But it was really, learn about charges and magnetic fields and the direction of a charge of an electron running through a solenoid in a magnetic field going north and yada yada yada. It was terrible. I hated that course so much. It was terrible. Holy moly. And your exam's on Monday, so you're good. So that was the 2 times I failed. 2 times I failed. You know, I would make up like a inspirational quote, but holy moly. Everybody give Toast Lord a huge round of applause. They just gifted Nightmare a sub. That is so nice. Toast, thank you so much. That is so thoughtful. Thank you so much. I get to take all this money to the casino and lose it all. Thank you so much. You guys are so thoughtful. Just kidding. I swear. I'm just kidding. Sadly, we can't all be Wig. I know Wig is so smart. Why would anybody need to know that? I don't even know, Bilby. And the funniest thing is it has nothing to do with my course, my college course anyways, my degree I was getting. So that was rough. So what else happened? Let's go gambling. I'm trying to think of other stuff. What else happened? What else happened? For the most part, all the courses are kind of the same at some point. The hardest part is like figuring out, okay, how strict is this teacher going to be? I should be making torches. We should get some coal, make some torches, and then light this whole area up. That's what I should be doing. Yeah, hardest part is like, okay, are you going to be a strict teacher or are you going to be a chill teacher, right? I think every class is like that, like not even just college, like high school, elementary, like the course is sometimes as bad as the teacher. But there was this, here's an off tangent story. I had this one course that was terrible. I struggled the entire time and I had the most chill teacher in that course. So, you know, sometimes it do be like that. Yeah, torches are useful. I'm going to light this whole area up. I'm trying to think of some other, I mean, I'll get some more interesting stories as I go, I suppose. But, recently, why I've been so busy. So here's this is something that personally just bothers me a lot. I don't even know how many of you watch my Infinity series, but that series is supposed to be my little bread and butter for YouTube. While it's like I'm very passionate about making those episodes the best that I could, and it's my way of learning YouTube, learning the analytics side of things. Like I research. Excuse me, I'm gonna burp or something. Hold on. Okay. I've been researching YouTube stuff for like years now. I've been learning the tips and tricks that other people talk about. I've been looking at my own analytics and, you know, but in order for me to actually put like practice what I preach and actually put those tips into effect my own way, because sure, you can copy Mr. Beast, but you're not going to be Mr. Beast, right? So it's not going to work out unless you do it your way, you know. So the Infinity series is my way of trying to figure things out, right? It's my way of doing it. I only have 7 episodes put out over the course of, it's going to be like 3 years now, I think. 3 or 4 years. Like, I'm so upset about that. I'm so upset. Like, you know, here's the thing. I could just start a Minecraft series, sure. But, like, who's going to want to watch the umpteenth Minecraft series, right? Like, as interesting and funny as I can be, it's still a Minecraft series. And it's like, okay. You know? And I think my Infinity series is a good spin on what you know of traditional Minecraft, what you don't know about this new Infinity Snapshot setting, right? It's like a new fun twist that the viewer is learning as I go, and I'm learning as I go as well, and I think it's pretty cool. But I just haven't been able to do episodes or dedicate time to it because school has been soaking up a lot of my time, just because, you know, that's the priority, right? That's just how it be, right? But lately, holy moly, I think ever since 2024, yes. I don't know, 2024 or 2025. I can't remember the exact dates because that's just a blur in my head at this point. 2025 went by so quick. I can't believe we're in 2026, dude. We're so old. We're so old. This isn't good. I had to start doing the summer classes because I realized, wait, if I want to graduate the spring of 2026, I need to lock in and I need to do things now, right? So I had to I had to plan like 2 years in advance. I had to plan all my courses 2 years in advance. I had to sit my academic advisor down and be like, okay, what do I need to do? Because I need to do this now, ASAP, or else I'm cooked, right? So it's been like over a year. It's been like over a year or 2 years of me just straight cooking, doing nothing but school. Which some people do that. Not impressive, BabyGhast. Not gonna lie. Okay, sure, I understand. But like for me, I'm like doing nothing but school nonstop. Like I didn't get the breaks other than the breaks. And it was like, I don't know, it was just tough for me, man. It was so tough. Like, holy moly, just end. I just want school to end. I had major senioritis. I wouldn't even like procrastinate. It wasn't even procrastinating at that point. I'm just like, I don't even want to do this. I don't even want to do my assignment. There's no point. There's no point. No, it's just an elective. So, been a while since I posted an Infinity series video. I know. I had a whole content planned for January. Then I'm like, wait, I can't do it because it's getting down to the wire with school. So yeah, I've been nonstop on the grind. Like I think since 2024. It was probably fall of 2024, I think. So I did a complete year and then some of just straight school. And I usually do like, so how it works with the online, you do, it's, if you want to do a course, it's either an A, B, or a C style course. A is just like the first half semester, B is the second half, and C is the full semester. I'd usually do like 2 C courses and then like an A and a B. So I'd be taking 4 classes a semester. I had to like lock in, and I did like 6 classes one semester. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And that one was tough. That was the fall of 2025. Right in the middle of like TINKBIT stuff. Not blaming TINKBIT. I'm just saying, I was like, TINKBIT was something I was starting to get involved with. And then I was like, oh my gosh, school, please. Oh my gosh. So I had to lock in for that. And then I had 4 classes left for this semester. My entire school. I had to do 4 classes to get the remaining credits that I needed, to get the remaining classes I needed for my major and my minor. And I literally at that point, I'm like, I don't even want to do anything. I don't want to do nothing, bro. I can't. You can't make me. No. Eased up during senior year to like 4, but yeah. It was a little bit better, but even still, I was like, oh. And then this is what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about these classes in particular because they've been goofy. Getting a sip of water here. I want to talk about my finals. That's what I wanted to talk about, because I don't even remember like most of my final exams and projects from previous classes. So my last my last classes, my last 3, because I finished the A session halfway through the semester. My last 3 classes was a space class, and then I had this cool VR class, which was a bad idea because I get extreme motion sickness when I play on VR. But it was literally like picking the better of evils at this point, because I'm like, I don't want to do any other course at all. I'll just do this one. And then I had this like Google Analytics. I should have raised this level up. I should not have done it that low. I had this Google Analytics class. Like advertising, Google advertising stuff. So the Google class was ending first. And during my birthday, there was like 3 assignments due like around my birthday week. And during my birthday, I'm like, I'm not even going to celebrate my birthday. I'm just going to, you know, I got to lock in for school, and I'm not excited to get unk. I'm not excited to get unk. So why would I celebrate my birthday? And then I celebrated my birthday. I was convinced to celebrate my birthday and enjoy myself. I'm like, okay. And then I actually missed out on doing those assignments, which is not like me, but I was like, man, whatever, I'm almost out, whatever, right? I'm like, I can always like resubmit for a late grade, whatever. Turns out, I forgot, you know, I read the syllabus, not even kidding, that sounded very disingenuous, but yes, I read the syllabus. I read when the late assignments are due. I just simply forgot. Once it's past the deadline, you automatically, the highest grade you can get is a 75% on the assignment. And then once it's 24 hours past the deadline, you just get a 0. Like there's no point in even like turning in a late assignment. You just get a 0. And then like 2 of those assignments had already been 0s. I'm like, no. And I was working on the 3rd assignment. I'm like, it's getting too late in the day. I'm too tired for this. And then that became a 0. I'm like, man. So I really had to lock in for the final. I had to get 100, or else I was gonna fail the course at that point. I'm like, dude. So I stayed up. Like, I worked on it all day. I was working on it like at work. And then I had to go home and immediately run to my computer and just start working on it. So that was an experience. Let me put all this stuff away. I don't need to hold on to all this stuff. Let me just dash this real quick. So with that in mind, with the fact that as soon as it's past the deadline, which is midnight, I lose 75% of the grade. I lose 25% of the grade. That's not good. I need like as close to 100% as I can get on this final. It was a final project, and you had to analyze all these analytics. So they give you a pretend client. They're like, hey, here's your client. Here's all their Google ad analytics for this year and last year. You need to figure out what went wrong. So you have to analyze all this stuff and then make a PowerPoint presentation on it. And luckily I didn't have to like actually voice over it, but they have this like their way to prove that you didn't use AI in this course is, okay, you need to give us like a 1-minute rundown of like your thought process and what you did. And I'm like, that, I guess that makes sense. I don't know, but I don't know how that's supposed to actually prevent people from using AI or prove that you didn't, but whatever, man, I'll just do it. So, I was really rushing this assignment, trying to get it done and put together this whole presentation. And then I had to record, and I had to record it like 5 times because, what happened was, where's all the dirt? Where's all my dirt? You know, it's been a long time since I've actually recorded something on my PC, so I had to make sure my microphone worked and all that stuff, and as I did that, I didn't make sure it worked, so I recorded this one thing, and I sounded terrible, and I re-recorded it again. Turns out my microphone was muted that time. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm running out of time! And, you know, I still have to upload this video to like the Google Drive and get the invite link and make sure all the permissions are set, and I'm like rushing to do this final. And then I turned it in like 10 minutes before the deadline. I'm like, oh, that was close. That was too close. You're grinding Mario Galaxy right now. Man, I love Mario Galaxy. Bro, this is a heartbreaking story. What? Failed 2 homework and I'm too tired for the 3rd one. I was so exhausted that day. I die every time my voice is heard on a recording. I know. Like sometimes I'm like, you know, I feel like I sound pretty good this time. I should not have done that. You know, and then I listen to it back and it's like, oh no, that don't sound good at all. So I'm gonna switch over shaders real quick. Because there's a fun thing I can do with the lighting where I can show. Where do I find this? I could show like the areas where mobs can spawn. Where is this? I think it's in other. Show light levels. Just set it to always on because why not? So yeah, I barely clutched up for that class. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I forget. What does yellow mean? Because red means they could definitely spawn. I think yellow is the sky level. So I should be getting rid of all the yellow. So that was that course. I'm like, okay. 1 down, 3 more to go, right? So the next course chronologically to end is the VR class. And in the VR class in particular, I was procrastinating the entire course on this one because A, I was like busy with things. B, how it worked was the late penalty for this course was, okay, look, this is a very technical class. So how the VR class worked was basically I would be making like, I'm gonna call it a game. It's not a game, but I'd be making an VR experience. So I had to actually learn Unity, which is a game engine if you don't know, and put together a VR game. Essentially, you learn the tools and you have to do it like your own way. It's pretty cool, super fun. But it's extremely technical. Like there's so much that can go wrong. It's a lot of bug testing. You know how it be. And I'm not unfamiliar with coding. I code a lot, or used to at least. So it's just the learning curve for me. It's like really difficult to get into any learning curve, but once I figure it out, it's like, oh, now I can do things. Why was this so easy? Why didn't nobody tell me this was so easy? This was so easy. What? But, so, yeah. So that was that course. And they give you a week buffer, before things start to actually, like, you get penalized for it. So, for example, if the due date was March 1st for the assignment, I could turn it in no later than midnight, March 8th, because that'd be exactly 1 week. Holy moly, look at all that. You might not even see all that because of the bit rate. That's kind of trippy. Sorry if anybody has trypophobia and this is triggering you. I didn't even think about that, but I don't even think that might even work. So apologies in advance. Yeah, so that entire course, I was turning in every single assignment a week after the deadline because I could. Like, I wasn't penalized for it. And it actually... no! I'm better than this. I was walking backwards up a hill. No. So, yeah, I was literally procrastinating. Not procrastinating, but I was like, okay, I have a week buffer to do things. I'm gonna use that to my advantage to work on my other courses because I really did have to work on my other courses. But the last couple weeks of that course, the last week, actually, the very last week, you couldn't do that. So, you know, because it's the finals week, you can't not turn in your final project a whole week after the finals are due, right? That doesn't make sense. So the last week you couldn't do that. So it was like the last week and a half of this course, I had to do like the last technical assignment and then my final. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be a good boy and I'm gonna work on this last project before the final. I'll work on that before it's due, so it's out of my hair. I don't have to worry about it. It took me like that whole week to do it because I was like just doing like intermittently, like I'll do a little bit here, I'll do a little bit there. And then all of a sudden I got like so exhausted that week. I'm like, I don't even want to touch things. No. So I had to like lock in and finish the one assignment the day the final was due. I had to finish it. I'm like, okay, it's done. And then, no, like the day before. So I locked in, finished it. And then the next day at work, I was like, I had a problem with the whole final project because I had a vision for what I wanted the game to look like. But with all the tools that I had just learned, it wasn't possible to do that. And there was not enough time to do the exact vision I had in mind. So I had to like talk myself into compromising on things just to get the assignment done. And then I had to figure out a game plan. So I figured out the game plan at work. And then I ran home and started immediately working on this assignment. And I was actually making like really good progress. And I finished this like experimental thing I wanted to implement. I finished it early. I'm like, this is great. Now I just have to work on the voicing and all this other stuff. All the other requirements for the project that are actually due. And instead of just making this how I wanted it to look, right? It's hard to explain the story without all the details. I'm sorry if people are just like, huh? What do you even talk about, bro? But I was being a perfectionist and I had a vision and I wanted to see the vision through. That's just how I am. So, it's 11 at night. It's like 11 at night. And for this course, I have to record the game running and turn that in as well, because how else are they going to know the game's running without loading it themselves? And that's too big of a thing to share over Canvas. So I had to record the game and I would record from my headset, and I have to send those to my PC, the VR footage to my PC somehow, and then, you know, turn that in. So it was 11 at night. I'm like, okay, I just need to record it now. And then turn it in and I'm done, right? This is my final project. Just so we're aware. I have like less than an hour to turn this in. And I boot it up, and it's a pain in the butt to boot up because you have to connect the VR headset to your computer, and then you need to synchronize your hands to it and all this stuff. It's not like you use the actual controllers for this thing. You actually need to use your physical hands, and you have to synchronize it to your desk. It's a whole process. And I go in, and the timeline plays, and there's supposed to be this door that opens up in the beginning. So you run through the little narration, and then you walk up to the pyramid, and the pyramid door is supposed to open, and the door didn't open, and I went, no, because it's an animation, and for whatever reason, Unity just hates me trying to animate, because every time I try to animate, it goes, nope, nope, not doing that. I'm not gonna even begin to listen to you. Why would I do that? Why would I begin it? So I proceeded to spend 3 hours trying to animate this door. And all it does is sit still, and then it drops slowly into the floor. That's all it does. I spent 3 hours! I stayed up till 2 in the morning trying to fix this, and and it broke because somewhere along the lines I accidentally deleted the animation file. And it was too late in the process to like undo and retrieve it. It was just gone. I deleted it. I don't even know why I deleted it. I was cleaning up trash. I deleted it on accident. It was game over. It was game over. So I went past the deadline, obviously, because I was trying to fix the game. And it's one of those things where it's like, I kind of had to include it, or else it won't make sense and I might lose points. And for this course, for whatever reason, I only missed one assignment in this course. There was like 7 assignments, not including the final. For whatever reason, I missed one assignment, and that defined my grade from teetering between a B or a C, and I don't like C's. So I was like, dude, I need all the points I can get on this final. So I spent 3 hours. I stayed up till 2 in the morning trying to get this thing to be done. And then I emailed my professors. I'm like, please, it was done. I promise you it was done. But I wanted it done right. Can you accept my final, please? Can you just do it? And they went, oh, of course, sure. Like, I was stressing for like, since 2 in the morning to I woke up for work like 3 hours later, and then I was at work just like zombie dying. Like, please, just I hope my instructor sees this and doesn't ignore the email. And they went, oh, okay, sure, we'll take a look. Just resubmit it. I'm like, oh, thank you. And then I'm proud to announce that I got a 195 out of 200 points. Bam! Destroyed. Let's go. So that's good. Now, let me get a sip of water. You animated a 3D Ruby Goldberg machine. It took you three days. Oh my gosh. I know those are tough too. What'd you do? Animate like each domino one by one? That is terrible. Oh my gosh. Oh. Opening, not animating? What? Oh wait, that's jealous. I animated 2 doors I animated 2 doors opening before in 2D. It took 8 hours. I know. Man. Let me before I tell this story, my brain disconnects when I talk. What were we even doing? We were just placing torches down, but I just ran out of torches. So, I guess it's time to terraform again, but this is all the dirt I have. Let's figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stash all these away because I just need the the dirt, man. That's all I need. Okay. Let's get some more dirt and figure out what we're gonna do. Your house is cute. Thank you. I stole the design off of Instagram. But I made it cherry blossom. That's a change I did. Oh my gosh, I'm trying not to hiccup. Oh my gosh. So 2 out of 3 courses done. Okay. Coincidentally, this was the next day, right? So they were gonna accept my final on the 7th. Coincidentally, that's the last day of my astronomy course. Okay. And with that final, that was actually a final project. So I've been in this final group project with these people for since half the course maybe or so, because some of the assignments that we were supposed to work on are for the final project essentially. So a good quarter of the final project we were working on, we already did throughout the course. So at this point in time, I've been helping a little bit. So basically what the final project was, you were given all this stellar data on several stars, and it's all this uh, garbage that a normal human can't read. But if you code a program to analyze the data and graph it, now you get to see what the data means because you can interpret it. Wow, incredible stuff, right? So basically, the first graph we're supposed to make is the one that I can never pronounce the names of the people, but it's the one graph that determines the star's life cycle and how it changes based on the temperature and the time, whatever. Um, I'm sure some of you have seen it. They plot the stars in it with the colors. You see the red and the yellow and the white stars and the blue stars in that one. So there's that one. We graph that data, but for the final, you got to take the same data and like analyze, okay, what if we were trying to find the habitable zone from these stars? What would that look like? And if you don't know what the habitable zone means, basically there's a distance from every star where if you're too close to a star, I'm using my hands, that's why I'm not moving. I explain things with my hands. If you're too close to a star, hot, 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 ouch. No water. Water evaporate. Water go by, right? If you're too far from a star, cold, 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 freezing, freezing. Water turn to ice. No liquid water. So there's a sweet spot called the habitable zone where liquid water can form on a planet. And, oh, you should all be familiar with this actually because you live on a planet where that happens, right? So, we're given all this data. We need to plot on the graph based on the lifetime and cycle of a star, where the distance where that habitable zone will lie. And of course, it's a zone. So there's like the closest you can get to the star where you're in the habitable zone, and then there's the furthest you can get, right? So you plot the line for the closest, you plot the line for the furthest, but there's multiple stars, so you plot all those lines on one graph, and it's kind of confusing to look at it, but if you compare the colors, you're like, okay, yellow to yellow, blue to blue, they're all making the same shape, it's just a little different. So, there was that, and then, basically, my role in this group project was like I was one of the coders because there was 5 of us and only like 2 of us really knew how to code. Like if that, we had to use Python, which is like, oh my gosh, I just got clipped. I just got clipped by Jealous. That's got to be a clip. So. My role was to code, but I'm not too familiar with Python, so I was like really struggling to code, not gonna lie. I work more with like JavaScript. But, you know, there's stuff online that I stole code from and it worked out. I'm convinced graphing is a form of torture. Kinda. Why do I keep doing that? Stop. Get the shovel out of my hand. Why are you alive while while you're at a roller skating rink for the first time forever? I could have lost my streak. Oh my gosh, I forgot you had a streak. Claim the streak. Claim it. Anyways, that was the project. My role was to like confirm the code because there was someone that it was like the group project leader who was a little passive aggressive the entire time for whatever reason, but whatever. That's just me being a crybaby. They did the code, and there was one time like a week before the deadline of the project, they were like, "Hey, here's my graph that I made with the data and the code. BabyGhast, can you independently write the code, try to create the same graph?" And I'm like, of course I can, sure. I made the code, I created the graph, and I was comparing the graphs, and they make like the same shape. And I'm like, yep, the shape is good. We did it, boys, you know. But then I'm analytical about this stuff. I'm like nitpicky about this stuff. So I'm comparing the graphs, and they don't line up, which is impossible because the data is the same data. It should produce the same exact graph, and it's the same. They're all the stars are making like the same shape, but I noticed like some of them are like slightly higher or slightly lower than they should be, and I'm like, that's impossible based on the data. But I didn't think much about it. I brought it up. I'm like, hey, the graphs are the same, but I noticed there's some slight inconsistencies. Do you know why that would be caused? And they went, I don't know. And I'm like, okay. Do you think it's an issue? They're like, nope, I don't think it's an issue. It's the point that matters. I'm like, okay. Sure. So there's the coding section of this project, and then there is the essay portion of this project, where we offloaded the essay portion to 3 other people because we're like, okay, we did the code, you do the writing. You do the writing, bro. I don't want to do the writing. You do the writing, bro. So that was the deal. And I was so busy with like the other courses, finishing the other courses, so I wasn't chipping in to that at all. But it was the last day. Today it's due. I'm like, okay, I should at least read what they wrote, and see how it looks. And I'm reading this, and I'm like, oh, this don't sound too bad. That part kind of looks wrong, but honestly, not too bad. The whole thing looks pretty good. Then I noticed that person put their code at the bottom of the page because you had to submit the code as well. I'm like, oh, let me double check this code. I'm looking at this. I'm like, oh my God, this don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. And then I reread the essay, and which is based on the code that this person wrote. I'm like, wait, no. This essay's wrong. No! Today's due and the essay's wrong! So I brought this up to the group. I'm like, hey, the code's wrong, by the way, and that means our essay's wrong. So, sigh. I'm going to start working on this because I have time here at work. So I spent my time at work just rewriting this essay and rewriting the code, and yes, I found BabyGhast stream. What's up, Sharp Mind? Welcome to the stream. I'm talking about a project that I had to fix last minute. Group project that was my final for this course. So yeah, the code was wrong, and here's why it was wrong. Some of you are gonna be like, what are you talking about? So basically, remember when I said there's like the lower range to the habitable zone and then the higher range? They were just hard coding the values of that instead of pulling it from the data. And they chose these numbers based on, like, think of our solar system. Think of, Earth sits between 2 planets. What are those 2 planets? It's Venus and Mars. So they set the close range to Venus and then the far range to Mars, which doesn't make any sense because every star is different. Every star is a different mass, which means they burn at a different temperature and all that space math, right? All that space nonsense, BabyGhast. What are you even yapping about? But it's true. Depending on the mass of the star, it's going to be different. And there's categories for these things. So I looked at that and I saw they straight up picked these values. And I'm like, dude, I don't even think they mentioned Venus or Mars once this entire course. What are you getting at? So I reached out. I'm like, hey, person that wrote the code, is there any particular reason why you set those values? Like, did I miss something in the project instructions? Because I don't remember reading this. And they went, I don't know. Like, oh my gosh. So they probably chat GPT'd it or something. I'm like, dude, I have to save our grades. Are you kidding me? Where did they get the planets, bro? That's what I want to know. I'm pretty sure they chat GPT'd it. So, I rewrote the code and I fixed the code, and then I rewrote like good portions of the essay. And I'm like, okay, I fixed the inconsistencies. I fixed the straight up incorrect things. Because some of you don't know what you're talking about, and that's okay, but some of you literally don't know what you're talking about. And I fixed those. Let's give it, I mean, I think it's good if you guys want to look it over again. They're like, yep, it's good. It's good, BabyGhast. You did a good job. Yes. Like, because I did a lot. And I'm like, okay. So that was that. We turned it in. Popped the champagne bottles. We did it, boys. We're done. And then, like, the next day or so, Canvas got that huge malware leak and they had to shut down the site. And then my teacher's like, hey, I didn't download any of your final projects. Can you resubmit? I'm like, bro. ChatGPT is so dumb. I asked for Deltarune Garrison yearbook quote and it gave me random stuff not even related to Garrison. Yeah, so hallucinations do be bad. So here's a story. So I still have to do this. This is a good reminder for myself. So there's this little neat trick that you could do. I think it's mainly for weddings, but sometimes you can reach out to like millionaires or billionaires or like companies, like big companies. You reach out, you send them a letter, you say, hey, we're getting married. Hey, we're graduating college. Woohoo. You send them a letter, and sometimes their I think that's the first time I've ever broken a diamond shovel. That's actually pretty tragic. Oh, that kind of hit me pretty hard. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so you can send a letter to these people, and their secretaries might not even read it, or they might not even read it. Be like, okay, and then they send you like a gift. Sometimes they send you like money or like a basket or something. I don't know. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes they're like, who is this person, bro? And then you failed. But sometimes they don't even check, and you just get stuff sent to you. So I've been meaning to keep this under my radar for the longest time, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm graduating. I should do that, right? So I looked up on Google. I'm like, hey, businesses to email things to, or whatever I said. Whatever I said, right? And I kid you not, the Google Gemini, the AI thing, it broke. And I've seen the memes where it like just starts hallucinating things, and it's like, what? You really came to that conclusion? How? Right? This just straight up broke. It said, of course, there are many companies that you can email your graduation congratulations for. Here's a list. And it's like Lego, Cookie Crumble, and then it repeated the number 1 for like 1,000 digits. It just went 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. It's just like, bro, what? It literally just did that. I'm like, okay, bro. You want to make a Minecraft skin out of clay? That sounds so fun. That's a good project. Damien, you're so awesome, by the way, because every time you hop in my chat, you're telling me this new craft that you're working on. And, like, I don't know how old you are. Don't tell me your age, because I don't want you to tell me your age. But when I was younger, when I was like my entire life, I've been interested in arts and crafts. So growing up, that's all I ever did was just arts and crafts. So like, you make me reminisce a lot every time. So I appreciate you so much. But yeah, so that's another reason why AI is goofy and it should not be shoved in our faces. Please and thank you. But yeah, so I had to fix the project. I fixed the whole project by myself. Well, not by myself. They did a really good job on the essay, actually. I'm not trying to discredit my group members because they did a really good job. There's just like there's a few people work on it, so they're working on different sections, and one section was like, okay, well, The conclusion needs work. I'll work on that. Okay, well, you wrote this portion based on the code. Code was wrong, so we need to fix that, right? And then, so that was my job, and there's a few parts where like, okay, you worded this wrong. I need to fix this, or the teacher's gonna raise the biggest eyebrow, bro. I swear. Honestly, I think I'm gonna cover this up. I think I'm gonna cover this ravine up. Because I don't like running around it. I'm gonna be so honest with you. And I know I could build a bridge. I think I'm gonna cover it up though. So I got this level up here. I got this level right here. And then right there, it's a different height. Let's see. I think I can get away with connecting it pretty close. Funny thing is, no matter how hard you try, AI will always end up scheming or do something bad towards the owner. Yeah, something. Bridge just hit everybody's brain like a, I don't even know. It just hit everybody's brain. Neuron activation, that's what I'm trying to say. Just, huh? Bridge. So yeah, I fixed the project. I saved our grades. I'm a hero. Canvas went down. And to be honest, this teacher hasn't even graded a half of my assignments so far. So I needed that torch. Oh, I can make more. So I don't even know when all that's gonna be done. So that's fun. But why did I place that back? I needed this there. Yes, okay. But it's the weirdest feeling, like, finally being done with school. And I'm not done with school because if I really want to get a job with my degree, I need to pursue at least a master's. But ideally, I do need a PhD. Can you believe that one day I'm going to have, like, a PhD? And you're like, bro, you play Minecraft. It's like, yeah. And it makes more money than what I do. One day. But, what was I trying to say? But, oh! I thought I was dead. But, if I really want to do anything, I need a PhD. I'm good, bro. I'm taking a break. I need a well-deserved break because I've been on the grind for too long. Maybe I should actually try this YouTube thing. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how. See, here's what bothers me though. We're already 5 months into 2026. We're almost halfway done already. Can you believe that? This is terrible. It's been like, I don't know, there's a stinky year so far, kind of. Things are going haywire. And it's like, man, I was working on a content strategy for this year for myself. I was going to spend all of January putting together, like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to schedule this much time to do it myself. And I'm going to, have the Infinity series almost finished by the end of 2026. Yeah, no, I haven't even began recording episode 8. I have not even began recording, and I've been busy. I've been doing a lot of school stuff, and then I took on all these other tasks that have been eating up all my time. It's been fun and very awesome stuff. I'm not complaining, but it's like, man, now like school's done. It's really hitting me, and I'm like, I should like do things now, and I'm not even done with my content strategy. It's kind of, I gotta think about this stuff again. I gotta keep thinking about things. I thought I was done thinking because I was done with school, but I'm not done thinking. I gotta think about more things. I gotta think about how to think about things in the future. Infinity series. It's been so long. I know. Yeah, BabyGhast YouTube break. No, BabyGhast YouTube break. I already took the YouTube break. I already did that. It's time to get out of the break and do things. But you guys know me. I'm picky. I'm not just gonna post Minecraft Let's Play Part 48. I'm not gonna who I am. That's not the content I want to produce. It's not fulfilling for me. You know, a lot of people have different goals with YouTube. Obviously, I would say my goal is to grow a gigantic audience, but it's not just an audience. I want to actually have an audience that I can work back and forth with, and we can all work on some creative stuff in the future, right? It's not just, everybody look at me, I'm doing a thing. No, I actually want to like move mountains and stuff. Like I want to uproot existing architecture and change the world and all this stuff. You know, it's ambitious stuff. In order to do ambitious stuff, you have to do ambitious stuff. Can you believe that? What? So, that being said, I don't want to just produce content. You know, I don't want to just, here's Minecraft, guys. Here's a thing. I say that, and then if you look at my 2 recent shorts, it's just like, nothing burger, bro, what? But I was just having fun with that. The content I actually want to make I want a lot of thought behind it. I want every little bit to be like, you know, 99% people won't notice, but that 1% will, and it's going to be like, whoa, kind of deal. And so the Infinity series has been my way of trying to learn how to do that, because you got to start somewhere, and, you know, practice makes perfect. So Infinity series is going to be both my practice makes perfect area, but also like, that's where I want to also be known for, if that makes sense, because, you know, that's my niche. That is the Minecraft niche I am picking. You just beheaded a marshmallow chicken. GG. I'm glad it was a marshmallow. Too much marsh, not enough mellow. So if you look at my Infinity series videos, can we just go back to 2010? I know, I was so much happier in 2010. Shorts are easy to gain views, but like gaining subs from it and making sure they don't unsub, that's the problem. You can grow a channel very big with shorts. There's no lie about that. But like, what's the audience? What audience are you actually growing? You know? They're not going to watch your videos. They watched you on TikTok or you know, YouTube Shorts. They're not going to want to watch your videos. They don't have the attention span for that. So, you know, like for example, I made a short begging for subscribers, easiest trick in the book, and it works. I got pretty much 1,000 subscribers from that short. And I'm like, cool. I'm expecting at least 10% of those people to watch my new Infinity series video, and then none of them did. It was under 100 views for a long time. I'm like, woof, that was, oh my gosh, it was a bad video. That did terrible. I'm just deleting the channel at this point, bro. Oh my gosh. So, you know, it just depends. You know, that's their way of consuming the media. I grew up with Pikmin, now I multitask. Now I'm the multitask final boss. I got most of this filled in. Honestly, I probably should have raised it up. See, look, I got this whole flat area now. I could have just raised this up, but it's good enough. Good enough. But I could fill up here. I still feel like I should drop this layer down another. I think I'll do that. I think that's exactly what I'll do. So I'll fill this part in, and I'll drop this layer down. That's why I don't even want to post animations anymore. Aw, jealous. You should just post them anyways. You should just post them anyways. Looks great. Throw some horses out the deal. That's a good idea. We should do a stable. I haven't decided on exactly what I want to build, but I was thinking like an actual like city complex, but like not like skyscrapers, but like buildings everywhere. And you got the well, well, let's go with that horse stable idea. You got the horse stable, you got the forge, you got the market, all sorts of things. But I haven't decided what I want to do. But I'm also not trying to think too hard about it either, because it's not the point of this series. Didn't realize there's music till now. Yeah, the revolving world was kind of loud. But yeah, so I'm kind of in a funk right now, content-wise, because I still have a lot to plan out with the Infinity series. It's not one of those things where I just sit down and record and then that's the video. It's just not how I want to go about it. I'm also trying to develop like how I want to go about how it looks. Like, I want to change up my editing style a little bit, because at this point, I know how to edit, but I need to learn how to, like, storytell with editing, and that's a whole other thing to comprehend and learn, and keep attention. That's the biggest thing. Keep people's attention with the use of editing and my personality. Bro, I can't even grasp my own personality half the time, so it's like, it's just been a huge mental hurdle for me to... Do people think I'm funny? I hope so. I don't know. But I know everybody in chat's gonna be like, BabyGhast, you're so funny. It's like, yes, you guys think I'm funny. But what about the new viewer that has not come across my channel before? You know, you gotta up the antics for those people. You know, you gotta really make them like enjoy the content and fall in love with it. Because otherwise, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point? But that's any work of art, I guess. Or if that's not the point of your work of art, fine. Whatever. You should build bridge and the retirement home. I think this is kind of like my retirement home. That might be the lore. This is my retirement home. What's the lore? Nobody retires, you mine forever. The children yearn for the mines. Okay. This is a good flat patch. I'm trying not to remove too many trees because I do want to keep them, but like some of them like this, they're conjoined twins. This isn't gonna work out. Let's see. I think I did place enough torches to actually walk around now without getting blown up. This area needs a little bit more. I am running out of torches, but it's okay. Holy moly, there's a bunny. Oh, there's so much more mountain over here. I thought this was the edge. Do not shoot me. I'm just a boy. Ow! There's so much more mountain. What the heck? Okay, I did not realize this. I was not aware. And there's still a creeper. What's even the point? What was even the point? You probably came for this cave. Are you gonna change the name from BabyGhast to ElderGhast? No! No! I ate one of those golden dandelions and now I'm cooked. Now I'm cooked. BabyGhast is the meme of the dude making the field of torches, bruh. Bruh. What time is it? It's, I don't know. I might end stream soon. Let's see. Did I talk about... I did talk about my finals. That's what I wanted to talk about. I did talk about school a little bit. Oh, you know, let's talk about how I've had the worst week ever. So, Tuesday this week. What day was that? We're pulling up the receipts. This was the 5th. May 5th, 5/5. I just got off of work, and my work leads up to this, what's it called? It's like a freeway? I don't know. It's not like an actual highway. I don't know the terminology. I don't know things. I was just born yesterday, but it's this road. It's 65 miles an hour that you go down. And then I was going down, heading home from work, and then I had to slam on the brakes because there's the light. It was turning yellow, and I was at that point where if I didn't slam on the brakes, I was going to run a red light. And you don't want to run that red light because you will die. People will hit you and you will die. So I slammed on the brakes, and I already have like extreme anxiety with this road, by the way, because there's a similar situation where like I had to slam on the brakes or to run it. I don't know. It gives me anxiety, so I slammed on the brakes really hard to slow down, and I do that, and my front tires like rattled as I did it. It went and it rattled. I'm like, oh my god, what? Like, I don't know. It was so weird. And then ever since then, I had to push the brake pedal like all the way to the floor in order for my car to start braking. I'm like, yeah, that's not good. I totally just messed up my brakes or something. I don't even know. And you can't drive with no brakes because that's not good. So, that was Tuesday. Then I was like, okay, I gotta start thinking about when I'm gonna take this to the shop. I'll try to take it Wednesday. Wednesday happens. I'm at work, and my wife is like, hey, I got into a car accident. I'm okay, but I'll text you later. Because, she just got in a car accident. She's probably talking to police officers and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my god. Like, that sucks. Car accidents suck no matter what. But it's like, I was at work blissfully unaware. Like, it's a scary thing to think about. Like, she could have got hurt or worse. And I'm like, dude. Bad timing, though. Literally bad timing. So, and she sent me pictures. I haven't seen it in person. But she sent me pictures, and the front of her vehicle is crooked. It's just tweaked. It just tweaked. I'm like, dude. So she was still able to drive it. So she was driving to work, and she was almost at work, but she got sideswiped at an intersection, and yeah, she was able to, from there, after the police and everything happened, and after all the lady that hit her was done screaming at her because Americans are low IQ individuals, real and true. It's like, bro, you ran into her and you're yelling at her. Are we serious? She was able to drive it to work, but from work, she was all shaken up, of course, because that could have been bad. And they did let her have the day off, so she got a ride home, and I wasn't even gonna bug her about it. I'm like, how does sushi sound? You wanna go have sushi? Let's go eat sushi. Because that was the day of my final, so that was my last day of school too. Literally last day of school, she got in a car accident. I'm like, how does you want to celebrate? Let's celebrate. Let's go out. Let's just de-stress, because oh my gosh, that is bad. So we do not know the situation of her car. The insurance is going to pick it up. We have to pay a lot of money to cover the insurance, of course, but they're going to pick up her car. I think they already did, and we just got to figure out if her car is salvageable or not, because that sucks. And she doesn't have a car right now, so her situation's kind of stinky right now. Now it's Thursday. Today is Thursday. Oh, no. One more thing. So we're about to leave for sushi, and we walk up to my car, and then there's just this big crack in my windshield. I'm like, dude, are we so serious? What's up? How do I pronounce your name? I'm gonna pronounce your name correctly. Spoke is here. What's up, Spoke is here? Welcome to the stream. How are you? I'm talking about my tale of woe. And Pop, thank you so much for more of the bits. Those are gonna cover all the expensive. I just know. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I'm just trying to make a joke. So yeah. There's a big old crack in my windshield all of a sudden. What more could go wrong, bro? It's just, you know, my windshield's cracked. Sure, universe. Whatever, universe. What else you got, you know? Why do you give me your toughest battles? Because you're my strongest soldier. No, I'm not. Any more character development, I'm going to turn into the villain, bro. I'm so done with this. I just finished college. You're going to break both of our cars. Oh my gosh. Never ask what more could go wrong, because the universe will show you. Oh, that's actually some good advice. That's actually so true. So, yeah. We went to sushi, and I went to bed immediately after. And then next day, I scheduled an appointment to check out my car, because I cannot be driving my car with no brakes. And if she's gonna be driving my car to work, she definitely can't drive it with no brakes, because she goes on like 3 different freeways to get to her work. So it's like, yikes. I'm just gonna take this down. It's gonna be in the way of this view. I want to see the view. I'm just gonna take this down. So, you know, I take it to the mechanic, and you know it's never good news when you go to the mechanic. So ever since I've had my car, the brakes have been squeaky. So I've always just assumed the brakes are bad, because sometimes it's kind of difficult to brake. So, or I don't know, maybe it's the brake fluid. I don't know, man. I took it for peace of mind, and it just needs to be fixed. And they're like, oh yeah, okay, we took a look, and with everything that we want to fix, it's gonna cost you $3,000. And I just looked at this dude and I went, okay. I don't have $3,000, by the way, so what can we do to fix it to get on the road? Like, I just need it on the road. And he's giving me all the warnings, like, there's the umbrella of things that need to get fixed because it's going to contribute back to these issues, but if you want to fix everything, it's going to cost, I think it was like up to $900. And I'm like, that's ouch, but I have that. Sure, let's get it on the road. Sigh. And so, and he's going over that, and he's like, oh, by the way, one more thing. Runs into the back and comes out with my tire. He's like, so here's your right steer tire. There's a lot of wear on it, and as you can see like the wires on your tire now. And I'm like, ah. He's like, yeah, you really should consider getting new tires, because it's starting to get really bad now. I'm like, let's wait on the tires, because I might find a place that could do cheaper tires. Then I looked around. I'm like, oh, these tires are actually pretty good price. So today I had to tell him to add 2 more tires. So yeah, I paid much more than $900 when I pick up my car yesterday. Crying. Thank you, universe. I appreciate it. And that's not even, we're not even including what's going to happen with the wife's car. We don't even know the situation on that anymore, because they got inspected and they got to figure out what's going on with that. Oh, I'm glad I don't drive. Yeah, do not drive. I hope one day I don't have to drive anymore and I just DoorDash food to my place, and then that's it. Oh, and then I filled up my tank today or yesterday, $90. I went, ah! if we still had horses and walkable cities, which ties directly into my poor urban planning essay from earlier. Yes, it was all connected. I would rather get a bike. Yeah, I can't bike to my work or I will be flattened into a pancake. That's just how it is. Or get attacked by a cow, because there are a lot of cows and I have to be careful not to hit a cow on my way to work. That's a new bit of BabyGhast lore. But yeah. Yeah, so fingers crossed things work out. We were also trying to look at getting a condo hopefully soon. We're trying to get approved for a loan. We'll see if that goes anywhere. And hopefully it works out, because we would be first-time home buyers, so that'd be awesome. But here's the thing with the condo, I would actually own it, which is pretty cool, right? Right now we're renting stinky landlords, stinky can't make apartment how you want to make it. We technically rent a condo. It's technically a condo, but it feels like an apartment because it's so tiny. This one would be a little bit bigger. It would have like an extra room. That's what I'm excited about. Ever since we were looking for like apartments or whatever, I'm like, I want 2 bedrooms, please. 2 bedroom. I want an office. I want a YouTuber office so I can scream and be loud, and my desk isn't in the room where we sleep, and I don't have to stare at my computer and get anxiety. So I want an office. I want a YouTuber office. Not that I would do a face cam ever, but I still want like a YouTuber setup, right? With the shelf in the back with all the plushies and the figurines and all the fun stuff. And I want a place to put my play buttons on the wall. Dude, that's what I want. So, that didn't happen. We have a 1 bedroom and it's tiny and it's terrible. We're ready for something bigger. This condo would be a 2 bedroom. It'd be pretty cool. It'd be cool to own something and actually build equity and actually get ahead in life. But here's a little bit of advice from me. What am I, Gen Z? I think I'm Gen Z. For me, a Gen Zer. Some of you may be older, some of you may be younger, but for the younger people, for the non-unks like me, I'm not unk yet. I am unk, but I'm going to deny it. There's actually this chart that I saw. Not chart, but like thing. I saw this infographic, and it's like, if you think you're behind in life, you're really not. Because the average age to buy a home in the US or whatever, it was like 34 years old or something. Like to buy a home, 34 years old. To buy a car, like to actually buy a car, like 27. Like that was the average age people are doing this. Move out of your parents' place like 24 or something like that. I'm like, I guess I'm ahead of the curve. Like, I don't feel like I'm ahead of the curve, but I guess I am. So, and as another thing, you just shouldn't even compare yourself to other people. Like, I used to feel bad. Emerald. I used to feel bad a little bit about myself, living with my parents. Not that I have any friends, but I would still follow, like, people from high school, people from middle school that I used to know. And I'd see them on Instagram, like, oh, we're married. Oh, we're having a kid. Oh, like, they're already, like, growing up so fast. And they're, like, at that point, they're probably, like, 19 or something. And I'm like, not that I'm envious of that stuff. Like, not even close. But it's like, you're so young. Like, you're doing all this, like, you're adulting so quick. And, like, psychologically, in the back of my head, I'm just like, am I behind? Why is everybody able to do all this stuff? You're able to afford a wedding? I can't afford a wedding. What? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's just, you shouldn't even compare. That should be just the first step, is don't even compare. Because everybody's paths are different. Everybody's stories are different. And everybody's situations are different, you know? Things are different. Can you believe that? Things are different. Couldn't be me. So, you know, you just, as long as you're working towards a goal of some sort, that's all that really matters. At the end of the day, as long as you're working towards something and you're passionate about something, you really believe in something, that's all that matters. You're going for real this time. Good luck, bro. Audio, sharp mind. I'm BabyGhast. I got a magical spell book that can make potatoes talk. Dude, I'm glad Technoblade wasn't aware of that, because he might have actually gone insane if the potatoes were talking to him. The only person you have to compete with is you, and you were yesterday. Who you were yesterday, it's true. Drone is the smartest person in the chat. I'm just going to say that right now. Or the wisest, not the smartest, the wisest. Because I'm the smartest person right now in the chat because I have a college degree! Let's go! I still haven't walked. I haven't done my graduation ceremony yet. I'm just going to make a double chest full of dirt. I'm just going to start stocking up on this because I'm running out. I haven't walked on stage yet, so I don't actually have my degree yet. But that's going to happen next Saturday, so exactly 1 week from now. Very excited. I was thinking about decorating my cap, because I didn't get the chance to do that for high school. Guess I'll just plop this guy right here. I didn't get to do that for high school. I was thinking about doing that this year. And of course, I want like a Technoblade cap, or Minecraft cap, or space cap, something in those areas. It might be all three. Maybe a BabyGhast on it. Who knows? But I was thinking about it. I'm like, wouldn't it be cool if I did like the top texture of a grass block, and this was the top on the cap, and then on the sides I added the grass that droops down. And I've been in college so long that I went green top. Like, that's the joke. Like, I went green top. Like, you guys know that meme, right? Where it's, bro said the dirt house was just for one day, and yet he let it go green top. Like, that's such an old meme, such a dumb old Minecraft meme, but I think that'd be pretty funny to me, at least. Technoblade plushie on the cap or Ghast stickers, yes, something. So think about doing that, and then I don't know. Be amazed by how far we've come. Quote from Technoblade on it. Maybe his sword, cape, and crown. Something. I don't know. I'm also running out of time to do it because I also have to take care of this like car accident stuff and work and the other various tasks I handle. And what else? What else do I do? A lot of stuff. I don't know. I do a lot of stuff. Send it. Green top is peak. And everybody uses the amaze quote. It's the default. I know. That's why I kind of don't want to do it, if that makes sense, because everybody does it. During the bridge event, bro, so many people were, I'd be amazed by how far we come, like intermittently on the bridge on signs. I'm like, you guys have no idea what's at the end of the bridge. You guys have absolutely no clue what's at the end of the bridge. So, it's definitely used by everybody. I don't like how the pinned quote is now like at the bottom of the chat because I keep rereading my pinned message. I don't like that. Yeah, I'm gonna chop off this whole area because I'll get a lot of dirt from it and I could do plenty of dirt things. Plenty of dirt things, it's all that matters. I think I'll finish chopping off this section and then I think I'm gonna end stream because I don't know if you could tell, I think I've kind of exhausted my voice, and I wasn't planning to stay for long, but I do appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. I think I had a peak of like 14, 15 people at one point, which is actually really good for me. So I'm glad people are tuning in. I know it's a Saturday and it's kind of helps out, but I do appreciate it's just my way of reminding people that I'm still here. I am still here, right? Because it's been over a month, and I want to do more content. I want to do more Infinity series and all that stuff. It's just a lot of work for me to put together because I want it to look my way and not just post things. But I'll get it done. It's gonna get done. It's gonna be great. Guys, remind me of a worm from how long you've been digging. Would you guys still watch me if I was a worm? Would you still watch my streams if I was a worm? Is actually a groundhog confirmed? A baby groundhog. I wouldn't have to change my my nickname if I was baby groundhog. It'd still be BG. I'd still be BG. It would still work out. Oh, another thing. So I'm still trying to work out the schedule for live streaming. The next thing I'm going to do with Ace is Cobblemon. So we played Cobblemon like a couple years ago. But at that point, I didn't have anybody watching me. So nobody really watched me, so I didn't stream it. But Ace streamed it, right? This time around, I am going to stream it. And that was kind of the main reason why we started playing Pokemon. I know a lot of people didn't really vibe with the Pokemon streams, which is fair. Because it's not Minecraft. I wouldn't blame you guys. But we're going to switch to Cobblemon now, which is Pokemon and Minecraft. And hopefully it will bridge me and Ace's audiences a little bit better. Since he is like kind of the Pokemon person right now on his channel. And then I play Minecraft, so it works out, right? It's the best of both worlds, literally, quite literally. And so we're going to do that next. But there's like scheduling conflicts right now between some of the people that we're going to play with. So it's not just me and Ace, it's going to be Jay and Caleb. Caleb's going to play. I don't remember his channel name. I don't know if he's going to stream it himself either. But it's going to be all the four of us and maybe a few other people. So we're trying to do that, but realistically, we all really want to stream on Saturday, but someone can't stream on Saturday. Let's go. Famous artist jealous is going to make more famous art. Let's go. It's true. So yeah, scheduling conflict. Someone can only do Sundays. I can't do Sundays. Saturdays makes the most sense. Most people are statistically online more Saturdays, but we kind of don't want to play without any of us on the server because that's just not fun. And then progress doesn't get made. That was the issue with the first season. I couldn't make it to like 90% of the streams because I was so busy with school. And I'm like, chat, now I don't have school. Now I could stream. And they're like, well, we can't figure out the schedule. I'm like, no. No. So we're still working on that. Plus, even with that in mind, the vision for the Infinity series is hopefully I spend like Monday recording. Hopefully I don't need to record for more than the day. But depending on how it goes, sometimes it will have to be more than a day. So Monday, hopefully just knock out recording Monday. Spend Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe even Thursday editing. And then, no, hopefully, oh my gosh, that's like no time. Oh yeah, no. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, so Monday record. Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe even Thursday, we edit. And then we spend Friday working on the thumbnail. And I do have thumbnail artists now. Shout out to all of my artists. I love you guys. But I think I want to do the Infinity series thumbnails like by myself, I think. Just so it's like, I don't know, so it's like my vision and I don't have to communicate things to artists and be like, okay, well, that's not what I wanted and I don't want to tell you that's not what I wanted. Or it's like, oh no, my PC crashed and nothing saved. Like, I don't want to deal with that with my artists. I don't want to put pressure on anybody. So, especially if these are going to be produced like every week, that's a lot of work for the entire year or so plus. I'll try to do it myself if I can. So I'll spend like an entire day on the thumbnail. I think I'm going to hand draw those myself. So I need to get good at art again because I haven't been good at art in so long. Butter. Which leaves Saturday for it to be posted. Or Saturday or Sunday, right? And for all the channel... Oh! Nobody saw that. There's an OBS glitch. I'm going to break a pickaxe. For all the channel members, I'm going to schedule those to premiere early, a day early for the channel members. So you guys get to see early. And then it's going to auto swap to... Holy moly. It's going to auto swap to public after. Like the next day. So you guys get it early. Or maybe even a week early. If I can do that, that'd be so cool. Everybody would get to watch the video a week early. And then it posts. Yeah, I think that'd be even cooler. We'll see if I can do that actually. But yeah, the idea is to be a machine with this sort of thing. And to be able to post like every week an Infinity series episode. But this only is going to work if I have my exact strategy of how I want it to look. And if I can actually sit down and do all this and maintain this. Because my job isn't the most taxing job ever. But it does take time out of my day. It takes 8 hours out of my day where I could have been recording, editing, all that stuff. Especially because I had this whole, I talked about this in a previous stream. I had this whole plan to start eating healthier and I have been eating healthier. I actually like, a lot of my brain fog actually went away. I'm not even gonna lie. Started eating healthier and better and, I started waking up earlier. I've been failing so hard at that recently though because of school. School's been such the grind that I'm like, I need every minute of sleep I could get. So I haven't been waking up earlier, but long story short, I was trying to give discipline myself to eat better, wake up earlier, like get into a schedule. And then I realized, wait a second, with this schedule, I'm actually shooting myself in the foot because I only have 3 hours to do things when I get home before it's time to start cooking food. Like dinner. Like start 6 at dinner. What? Start dinner at 6? Oh my gosh. To start dinner at 6, I'm actually shooting myself in the foot because I get home from work at like 2:30, right? And then there's only 4 hours, less than 4 hours until then, till 6. And that's not including like me just decompressing from work or if I have to do something or feed the cats or whatever it be, right? So I'm like, I'm shooting myself in the foot. Because I would cook dinner, I would eat dinner, and then it's time for bed. Like, it's time for bed, and you go to bed. There's nothing else left to do. You just go to bed, you wake up at 4 in the morning, and it's like, holy moly, that's not going to work at all. That's not going to work at all. So I needed to change the way I was thinking about how I want to go about content and what it's going to look like. Like, I just need a plan. I just need a plan of action behind it because it is possible to get all that done and post weekly with just 3 hours in a day to do it. It is possible. It's just my Infinity series is so like large and taxing that, like, sometimes, especially with the recent episodes I've been working on, if I'm looking for something, it sometimes takes me like days, weeks, sometimes months to find what I'm after. That's a problem. That is not working out. So I've been debating on changing a lot of what I was initially planning for this series to, like, I just need to push episodes out, man. They'll be entertaining no matter what, but they just need to be pushed out, right? So that's been a issue I've been faced with lately. Is I need this framed in a way that works for me, that works for the content, that works for the audience, and that's a lot to think about. It's not just, I mean, some people are like, bro, just upload, just post. Technoblade would be like, bro, just post. And I'm like, yes, I know, but I'm not here to just post. I'm here to, like, put something together that I really like too. It's for me too, bro. It's for me too. Combine 2 pickaxes. Oh wait, he didn't read chat. I'm keeping the pickaxes because if I do get mending, then I just heal the pickaxe and I don't have to spend more diamonds. That's me. Take your magnesium. I do need magnesium. That's just me planning for the future. But do I need 3 pickaxes in the future? No, I don't. I only need one for one for Silk Touch and one for Fortune, but whatever. I can have an extra pickaxe if I need one. Same with these shovels. I could have multiple shovels with mending and yada yada yada. Okay. Let's see. I did flatten out. Let's get an aerial view. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Do you guys drop the bottles in this version? You do? Okay, we're good. We're good. I didn't remember when they added the ominous bottle. Anyways, let's take an aerial look of this area. We should did a before and after if I had a brain, but that's okay. Gas, don't care how many thumbnails you ask. I'm willing to do it. I know, but I feel like if I do get on the grind, it's gonna be the grind, and I'm just worried. I'm worried for myself too. Okay. Mountain. This is actually a pretty good center spot. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even intentionally do that. So we got humble abode right here. I want this path to lead up. I have it kind of crooked on purpose because I think I'm going to snake it a little bit slightly. Over here is Luna's gravesite, which I wanted it to be its actual, like, serving purpose kind of area, because I think I want this whole thing to be like a park. And Luna will be in a park. It'll be really pretty with lots of flowers and things and foliage. So I think I'm going to snake it this way, lead it in probably beside the grave, and then maybe snake around here. We could easily put like a fountain right there, right? So that could be a fountain or some sort, or we put the fountain here, because I said I wanted a waterfall, but waterfall wouldn't really make sense. So, or maybe a waterfall would make sense here. I don't know. Anyways, I think fountain here or fountain here. Anyways, this whole area is going to be like a park. It could be very scenic, very nice. Which leads up to my humble abode up on the hill. We did flatten out this area down here, but honestly, if you look at it, it kind of looks too low to the ground. Unless I think we can get away. Nope, that's too low to the ground. We might raise this up. Try to flatten this out more. I'm okay with how steep this part of the hill is, because it separates my house from the rest. Lead a waterfall from a pond in your park and snake it into the flat part in front of the bridge above that leads to your house. Wait, no, I was confused. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's fine. Then there's like all this that needs work. We did go ahead and flatten out this portion right here, which was good, but this needs to be filled in. And it starts to slope down as we discovered down there. So there's just a lot to be done. And I don't want the entire thing to be flat. I do want hills and valleys and all sorts of things. Because, you know, it's just more realistic. We're not here to actually plot down plots and we're going to build, like, go with the flow here. But I do want a good portion of, like, the tall hills out of the way. And I think we managed to do that. There's a cave there that needs to be blocked up. There's caves here that needs to be blocked up. That would be cool. We should put like a town hall right here. And that's the town hall. And we start building around it. Like start making our way around. If I really wanted to, see how this is like lower than everything? That gives me an idea. This could be like a whole lake. We could actually put like a lake here. Which would make sense. We could actually have like a lake. And then and then the waterfall would make sense. Like what Pop said. Like instead of a pond, it'd be a whole lake. We could do a lake in the middle. Town hall. And then things. All the things. Please do a lake, I'm begging you. I do like lakes. I do like lake builds. So we'll do that. We'll do a lake. We should actually put a sign down because I'm totally not going to remember any of this. Then, if I'm doing buildings, I want every building to have a purpose. So, for example, we should do like a farm, like a barn building with all the animals. We should do an armory to store armor. You know what I'm saying? Like they should all serve a purpose. I don't know if I want to do mob farms. Did I? I think I was against mob farms this playthrough. I don't remember, but we might do like a mob farm, but it's disguised as like something cool. Like it's not a giant mob grinder in the sky. It's designed like it's an actual building. Let's grab some of these. Yes. I'm totally going to forget things, so we're going to type right here. Waterfall. Lake. Yes. Villager hall. Yeah. I was going to have my villagers like free roam though. Without a trading hall. What is this going to be? Yeah, you can disguise farms and stuff, buildings with a purpose. Yes. What is this going to be? A town hall. Town hall / community center. Because obviously so many people are going to play in this world with me, right? Of course not, bro. Single player. I can't think of anything else, so I'm gonna write down what we talked about. We talked about a village area. We talked about a barn. We talked about a barn. Farm. We talked about BG's community is just gonna be a bunch of cats. Oh, that's a good idea. Remember the cat episode of Adventure Time where there's like a cat kingdom? That one's so goofy. That would literally be that. It would literally be that. I've also been self-conscious this whole time because I've been losing not followers. I've been losing viewers on YouTube, and I just looked at Twitch. I have 10. So I think everybody's been migrating over. Don't forget a lake. I think I put a lake. Put a lake down. Village farm. Armory. Blacksmith would be cool. Blacksmith would be so cool. Okay, design the mob grinder. What else? Because I want this to be self-sustaining as well. This is a... Oh, that would actually be a good idea too. Like to be like a... I don't know the first thing about being like ergonomic, but to have like a self-sustaining, like you get the water from the rain and all that stuff, that'd be so funny. What's up, Key Cake Plays? I'm wrapping up the stream actually as you come back, but that's okay. I'm still here. We can say hi to Key Cake Plays. I need ideas. Give me throw ideas at me. Chat all the ideas. Throw all the ideas for like a little town, city, civilization, whatnot. Give me the ideas. You're right. Drone is so right. Drone is still right. We're doing a stable. Drone is so right. Drone is always right. Stable, 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 stable. Let's do a gas port, a gas station. Let's do a gas station because I want a gas station. You need a cow shed and chicken house, which I'm putting on the back. Cow shed, chicken house. Houser. Blood God altar shrine. You are right. How could I forget? Techno tribute. Of course. How could I forget? Ideas coming, sir. Happy gas dock. Yeah, that's the gas station. Yes. That's the gas station. You refuel on gas. And we raise the prices. Yes. Of course. Bunnies, fish. We do have a lake, so we'll have a fishing area in the lake, of course. Fish, donkeys. Donkeys been stable. Bunnies spawn naturally. I think they'll just roam. You're just naming animals. Think of like city, village things. Oh, you know it'd be cool? Like a giant bell. Like I know they're kind of like in churches, right? Like put a giant bell, but it's also like the techno tribute bell. A bell tower, yeah, bell tower. A bell, yeah. We're on the same brainwave. We're all on the same brainwave. Bell tower. We're all on the same brainwave. How did we do this? What else? Definitely needs a bell tower. A bank! I love that. A bank with the vault. Yes. A bank with the vault. Yes. What else? BG Cat Kingdom. Oh my gosh, Flare is so behind. Flare, reload the stream. We're so far. A fountain out the center. We did agree with about a fountain in the park. Oh, that's what I should do. Park goes over here. Also, this song is awesome, and it's gonna demonetize the stream, and that's okay because I don't monetize the streams anyways. But YouTube's gonna yell at me about it forever anyways. Park with fountain. That was all my signs. Incredible. I think it's a good start. How many buildings is that in the main city at least? We got Town Hall and Community Center. They might be the same thing. I'm going to be honest. I think that makes sense, right? Community Center, Town Hall. A library. I love me libraries. A little zoo for the Slendy homies. Interesting. I think we can fit a zoo. Put it on this side. Zoo question mark. Apothecary to brew potions. Apothecary. Is that how you spell it? Apothecary. Huh. Okay. What was I gonna do? One. I had a train of thought. Hold on. What was I trying to say? Town Hall, Community Center. That's like one building, right? 2, 3, 4, Mob grinder might be something completely different. 6, blank, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's like 12 buildings. That's probably good enough. Like 12 like big buildings. Or at least 10 of them are big. Okay, let's think about this, because there'll be a lake here. This is already a huge area. So I'm probably gonna shape the lake into a shape, instead of just filling this in with water. So we'll do the lake here, which means we got a little bit of outskirt right here. I can imagine if there's not a fishing house right here, then I'd probably put like the armory and stuff like back here, because they're kind of not as the same as everything else. And then over here will lead into like more. Where should we put the? Let's put the farm and the barn right here in this corner, because that's gonna take up a lot of area, because there'll be a lot of wheat to collect. It might even be automated. Put this all here with all the animals in the stable. So this will go all in here. We'll fill this in. This will be getting into like the town center. So we'll have the town hall right here. Bell tower will either be attached or separate from it. Probably separate, because that'd be cool. Which means the blood god tribute is going to be right beside it, if not integrated into it. Did I say I'm going to lake into a shape? I'm going to shape the lake into a shape. Oh my gosh. At this point, the park will be 4 blocks square. And then that leads us with the other buildings that can surround it back here, like the apothecary, the library, the, what else have we got? Yeah, the gas station could literally be like off the side of the mountain, because you dock right there on with the gas. And then that leaves us with a good path up to here. It starts to get nature-y, and then it's a relaxing park, and it's pretty cool. And then I guess the mayor just so happens to live up here. We're just playing Animal Crossing at this point. That's all this is. That's all this is. We're just playing Animal Crossing. I think that's a good plan. I haven't had a plan till now. There was no plan whatsoever in this. I think there's a good plan. I'm pretty happy about this. I think I say that about every stream, but I think I'm actually genuinely excited. Dang it, no Infinity Series episodes. We're going to play this instead. That's what I'm going to do. That's what we're going to do. Alright, I'm going to disappear now. It's time to bounce. I forgot how to do an outro. How do I do my outros? Chat, how do I do it? We do the you are oh my gosh, you are enough, you are valid, you are loved. Of course we do. Of course we do. All right, repeat after me. I am enough. I am valid. And I am loved. I hope I didn't scream that too loud and it didn't cut me out. But thank you all so much for tuning in. A lot of you tuned in for we're going on almost 3 hours. Don't you guys have a life? Don't you guys have anything else to do in your lives? Are we so serious? I hear an Enderman. What's up? What's up, bro? And he's gone. Don't you have better things to do? Don't you have better things to be spending your time on? Especially today. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. Do you have something for your mother? Do you have anything for your madre? If you possess one. There's better things you should be doing right now. Instead of watching BabyGhast, but I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. So I hope every single one of you have a great rest of your day, and let's do a re-shout out to, let's just do Pop first, because Pop sent in all the bits. Thank you so much, Pop. Thank you so much for Toast Lord. I'm so glad Toast Lord's still here. Thank you so much, Toast Lord, for the gifted sub. And Wait, I said that backwards. For the sub and the gifted sub. Thank you so much for Drone and Nerd for resubbing. And John earlier for becoming a channel member. I didn't update my channel membership goal. It's now 5. What is going on with me? And I believe, yes. I forget how many memberships and subs we need actually, but if we have enough, I'll be able to manage a Minecraft server. And then there'll be a BGS and P. I promise. Have a great night, everybody. Adios. I don't remember how to do this. Goodbye. I don't even know you people. Who are you? Out of here.